What do you do when it's such a nice day, you're in a beautiful location, there's water everywhere, you've got friends, you want to go for a relaxing drive? Well, there's really only one car that you can do that best in, and that's really a convertible. Well, hello old friends. We've got the Audi A3 here, the convertible version, minus the roof. And I'll tell you what, this car is absolutely lovely. The back has remained the same as the A3 sedan. You've got, on this model, you've got the single twin exhaust, which are chrome tipped, because you can usually, in the sportier models, I think you can get both sides. You've got the nice lines on the bumper, TFSI, this is the turbo petrol model, and with the roof down, you actually do get an okay size boot. Of course, you've got the lip here from the roof actually being down. You can pull this up and you've got your spare tyre. You've got some bits here to connect things to make sure things don't move. But overall, you could probably fit small bags, not really suitcases in here, while the roof is down. So let's see what the rear space of this car is like. Now, being a convertible, you want to be able to sometimes carry some back passengers, especially on a nice, beautiful day like this, whether it's friends or family. Now, very typical with these smaller convertibles, as with even BMW, you've got the clip here to pull it up, bring the seat forward and put it down. Probably, there we go. You bring it back. This is roughly seating position of somebody about 5'9", 6 foot. Could bring it back a little bit, but looking straight off, you can see there's not overly much leg room in the rear here, but that's not really the intention for these kind of cars, because obviously they've got usually the same wheelbase as the sedan model, and you're not always going to be carrying back passengers. But back here, it's actually quite comfortable. You've got these really nice leather seats. You've got a little armrest here, which is actually decent sized. You've also got these cup holders, which is really handy. Obviously no middle seat. As it is a small car, you've got your vents here for climate control, and of course you've got infinite headroom, at least when the roof is down. But no, it's actually not too bad back here, especially if you're going to be taking friends or family for a nice summer drive. Now let's talk about the front. Okay, so now we're in the front of the car, and it's a much different story to the back. You've got plenty of room, leg room. This is already in my position. It is quite far back, but you've got plenty of space compared to stuff like the A1, even the BMW 1 Series convertible. I think you've actually got a little bit more room here. You'll notice just from the design of the interior, it's so much different from the existing A3. It's very much like the current, well, it's the same as the current A3 sedan, but it's a very simplistic, but minimalist, so to speak, but beautiful design. Like it's really fantastic. It's got great character. You've got these beautiful finishes here. Everything oozes quality around you. You've got soft touch plastic. You've got a, I don't like this steering wheel as much. You can get a sportier one, but of course it is leather wrapped. You've got the S-Tronic DSG dual clutch gearbox shifter here. You've got the really awesome new MMI controls. You've got dual zone climate control here. And this is a fantastic system as well. It's a big improvement over what the previous A3 had. It's really nice controls. They have a nice click about them, and none of these plastics feel low quality at all. But plenty of room for both the driver and the passenger. Maybe not the rear as much, but in the front, it's just a great place to be. So now let's take this car for a spin to see how it really drives. It's not going to be very much different to the A3 sedan, but of course you don't have a roof, so you're going to be enjoying it more, but maybe you're going to suffer a little bit more in dynamics. Now this particular one, it's not an S-Line model, which means it does just have the normal comfort suspension. This particular car has a 1.4 litre turbo petrol engine, which is kind of the same as what you find in the Volkswagen Jetta and the Audi A1, which means in this car it's kind of lacking a little bit. It's actually fairly punchy, and it's extremely economical, and it's virtually silent whilst you're driving. You'll see that when we do drive. Just quickly, you've got the screen, of course. This one isn't optioned with the MMI navigation system, but you can option that on, and it's a fantastic system. So let's just start the engine here. So you'll notice on the video that you can't even hear it. The engine is on. but it's just so silent, which is a really good thing if you just want an extremely economical but quiet car. So get your seatbelt. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have the seatbelt butler that some convertibles do, especially BMWs. Now it's really hot, so I'll try not using the fan for the microphone, but it is quite warm. So you've got your electronic assisted park brake here. Bring that down and off we go. Of course you have start-stop technology as well, which is good for when you're at the lights. Turns off the engine and you save fuel. But the best thing about this car is I actually really enjoy the suspension, the standard suspension setup. It's kind of like if you want to get the sports model, I don't know, in the convertible, even if you did get the S3 or the S-Line, I'd almost option off the sports suspension because it's so comfortable. You've got your very typical Audi dash here with your electronic speedo. And the best thing about this car is I've barely got my hair is not going absolutely mental like some convertibles do, because it really does manage to pull the air away from you, even with everything down, even with the side window glass down as well. But the best thing is going around in this beautiful location down in the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria is just how smooth the drive is. It's really fantastic suspension setup. The engine is coupled with this 1.4 litre turbo petrol model. It's a great choice for people who aren't too fussed about performance, and it's extremely economical. Now personally, I don't really like the 1.4 in this car. It's a firecracker in something like the A1, but in this it's very silent, super efficient. It's actually got a bit of get up and go, but personally I'd prefer the 1.8 litre turbo petrol quattro setup, which would provide incredible dynamics and performance. But in this car alone, if you're driving in a spot like this, that's not really what you're thinking about. You're just absorbing everything around you. The car becomes less of the experience and more what enables you to have this beautiful experience around you, because if it's a really nice day, you've got the soft top roof all the way down and you can just drive by through towns. I mean, seriously, I just want to take this car, to be honest. It's so comfortable, so nice to drive. So wrapping up today's review, the Audi A3 Convertible is a stunning little car. If you're buying a convertible, you're buying it for a particular reason. You're buying it for days like today, where you can go for a drive anywhere you like. You can feel the air around your head. You've got nothing over your head. You've got no panoramic sunroof or any rubbish like that. You've just got you, your car, and the world around you. And the Audi A3 does a fantastic job of that in the convertible model. You've got all of the technology and the design and the platform of the new A3 that's so much better than the old one. But at the same time, you're missing a roof, so you get to take advantage of just so much nicer driving on really nice days. It's a soft top, which is kind of annoying. It'd be cool if they could make a hard top, but being a small car, it's obviously a lot lighter with a soft top. It doesn't miss out on performance. It's very economical and very safe, and that's what's most important when you're considering buying a good car. It's going to, of course, be rivaled by the BMW 2 Series convertible when that eventually comes, and whatever hopefully Mercedes will have to offer at some point. But otherwise, this is definitely the market leader for that premium compact convertible segment that is booming in Australia and really around the world. Thanks to Audi Mornington for giving us the opportunity to review the A3 convertible. And of course, you'll want to see the car with the roof on.